The Tale of the Five Chinese Brothers, performed by Sunrise 6th grade classes, adapted by Carol Brackney.
Once upon a time, very long ago, lived 5 Chinese brothers and their mother Chantal. Although each boy was special, they could not be told apart. It's here at this point that our story will now start.
The first brother was generous, so he worked hard to feed the others. He was the son who could swallow the sea, the only of all the brothers. His cheeks could expand till they looked like they would explode. Then he would gather fish until he had a huge load.
The second son was happy because he had an iron neck. It never could be injured, which no one would suspect.
And then there was the third son, the very same height as the brothers, except this boy could stretch his legs to be much, much taller than the others.
The fourth brother could not be burned, so he made the family fire. He sometimes would play in the flames, of that he never tired.
The fifth boy was the final son. He could really hold his breath. Even with no air to breathe, he never would face death.
The sons lived with their mother in a cottage by the sea. Everyone was happy. Things were going well as can be. The family worked together to create a happy home. Each boy hid his secret that only the family had known. The first brother worked very hard to sell his fish in the town, so each morning he could be seen in the market standing around. His fish were rare and beautiful, and he charged a fair price. The village people liked him and thought that he was nice.
One day when he was leaving the market with his cash, a little boy approached him running at a mad dash. He asked,
"Could I please help you go and catch your fish?"
The brother said,
"Impossible,"
to the boy's wish. But the little boy begged and begged and then started to cry. So the brother said he could come along if he wanted to try. The brother made the child promise that he had to have permission. He'd do exactly what he was told. That was the one condition.
Of course the child instantly agreed, so he could get his way. Little did he realize it would be his final day. The brother and the child headed to the beach. The brother reminded him,
"Follow promptly and stay within my reach."
The first brother leaned down and swallowed the whole sea. The excited child ran in as happy as could be. The little boy danced around. He felt delighted. He gathered rocks and fish and shells. He was very excited.
Soon the brother grew tired and felt he would explode. Holding the whole sea in his mouth was a very heavy load. He motioned for the child to leave, but the boy would not listen. He moved even further away to find more rocks that glistened. After waving frantically for the boy to get to shore, the poor brother spit the water out. He could hold it no more. Within a flash, the brother saw the poor boy disappear. What could he tell the villagers? The boy was no longer here.
As soon as the brother got to town, the villagers had him jailed. They said they trusted him with the boy, but he had surely failed. The elder of the village decided to cut off the brother's head. The brother had an idea to keep from being dead.
Early the next morning, all the people got together. They'd have an execution no matter what the weather. The brother begged them.
Please, sirs, I must say goodbye to my mother.
Then he hurried home to get the second brother.
Soon the second brother returned to face the cold sword's blow. He smiled at the executioner because only did he know that no matter what they did, no matter how hard they tried, his neck could not be cut, even when pressure was applied.
After the executioner had failed, he gave an angry frown. So the village elder stepped forward and declared,
We will have him drowned.
The brother begged them.
Please, sirs, I must say goodbye to my mother.
Then he hurried home to get the third brother. Soon the third brother returned and was put on a boat. When he was thrown overboard, he was still wearing his coat. His legs began to stretch and stretch till his feet were on the ocean floor. He smiled the entire time to the people on the shore. When even after many hours the brother was still alive, the angry villagers pulled him back to the beach. How could he survive? The elder of the village stepped up and said, "He must be burned. Since this brother must be guilty, his freedom could not be earned." The brother begged him, "Please, sir, I must say goodbye to my mother." Then he hurried home to get the fourth brother. Soon the fourth brother returned and was quickly tied to a stake. As the fire grew higher, happy noises was all he could make. He said, "I like this fire. Could you please bring more wood?" No one could believe it. They'd done everything they could. Some villagers were angry. Some were cross, and others sad. The elder came back to the scene. His face looked very mad. He said, "I have tried everything to get rid of this brother. I have only one idea left. We'll have to make him smother." The brother begged him, "Please, sir, I must say goodbye to my mother." Then he hurried home to get the fifth brother. Soon the fifth brother returned and walked to the village square.
The villagers were waiting with a brick oven they'd built there. The brother was put inside, and the space was filled with whipped cream. The people of the town sat and waited for longer than they dreamed. They sat there the whole day long, all through the night until dawn. They weren't about to be tricked. The brothers should be gone. They all walked to the oven and opened the door. There sat the fifth brother smiling on the floor. He said, "Thanks, that was wonderful. I had such a good rest."
The villagers couldn't believe he was alive. To kill him, they'd done their best. The elder slowly stepped forward. He said,
"I'm sorry. We were wrong. You must not be guilty of a crime, or else you would be gone."
The villagers stepped forward, and everyone agreed.
"He's innocent.
He did nothing wrong.
Forgive us." The fifth brother forgave them and returned home to his mother. The whole family rejoiced. Safe at last were all the brothers.
That's the end of the story from China long ago. Now we will tell you the moral in the time before we go.
When families stick together and help each other from the heart, no matter what trouble they face, they will never end up apart.